When you're planning your marketing for an evangelistic event, make sure you offer a way for people to pre-register to attend. In this video, I'll share 3 reasons why a good pre-registration website will increase your attendance. Hello, I'm Larry Witzel. Welcome back to Ministry Insights from Sermon View. Over the last 19 years, we've worked on over 6,000 evangelism marketing campaigns for churches all over North America. And one thing we discovered early on was how important it is to offer guests a way to register for the event ahead of time. When we work with a church on an event marketing campaign, we actually create a mini website specifically for each event with information about the topics, the speaker, details about the date, time, and location. It's clean and it's focused on the event. It eliminates all the distracting information that's not related to that event. It's focused on the event. And this mini website system also offers a way for people to pre-register to attend the event. Now, there are 3 reasons why you want to encourage guests to pre-register. The first is psychological. You're asking people to make the effort to get up off the couch, get in their car, drive to a church that maybe they've never been to, and walk through these doors. It's a lot of effort. And even if someone wants to come, that motivation can wane over time. Well, there's this psychological principle called commitment and consistency. It was first articulated by Dr. Robert Cialdini, which suggests that people like to be consistent in terms of their attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors. If you ask someone to take an action that is consistent with established behaviors, with what they've done in the past, they're more likely to do what you ask. Also, if an individual has voluntarily and publicly declared a commitment to something, they're more likely to follow through. That's the psychological principle of consistency. Once people commit to something, they're more likely to go through with it to maintain their self-image of consistency and reliability. In the context of events, we can leverage this principle to increase the likelihood that someone who wants to attend the event will actually act on that desire when the time comes. Asking them to reserve a seat is a commitment that actually makes them more likely to attend. So this psychological principle of commitment and consistency is a big reason to ask people to pre-register. You want people to be able to immediately act on the impulse to participate, and that act itself becomes a commitment that can lead to attendance. The second reason you want guests to pre-register is that when they provide their contact information, you then have an opportunity to send them reminders. Ask for an email and a phone number, and put a checkbox on the form where they can agree to receive text message reminders about the event. You don't want to spam them, of course, but with their permission, you can send out reminders about the upcoming event. And this becomes even more important the farther away that the start date is. In the past, we haven't recommended doing digital advertising more than 3 weeks prior to the start date because people simply forget about the upcoming event. But we just worked with a church that wanted to start their digital advertising 6 weeks prior to the event. And so we developed a sequence of emails and text messages to build the value of the event and keep it in front of these future guests. And this guest nurturing process worked so well that we're adopting it more widely for events this fall. So offering pre-registration allows you to remind people as the event approaches. And that leads to the third reason for asking people to register. Not everyone who pre-registers is going to come. I did a study in my PhD program looking at pre-registration and attendance data for a bunch of campaigns that we've managed over a 3-year period. We found that people who pre-register from social media are much less likely to attend than those who pre-register from a postcard in the mail. So depending on the communication mix, anywhere from half to as much as 90% of your pre-registered guests won't actually show up. But these are real people who gave us real information, who really intended to come, and then life got in the way. A kid got sick, or an unexpected guest showed up, or it was a really long week at work. Well, don't ignore these people. Check in with them. And even if they don't make it to any of these meetings, keep them on your list and invite them to your future events. Offer them Bible guides on the topic, or include them in an invitation to an online Bible study over Zoom. One pastor told me about a couple who registered to attend almost every evangelistic series at their church for several years, but they never showed up. They kept registering and then didn't come. Well, the church kept in touch, they kept inviting them, and eventually this couple made it to some meetings and today they're baptized members who are actively involved in the life of the church. So don't give up on these people. Now, there are a lot of systems that you can use for pre-registration. Of course, Eventbrite is a popular one, along with Cvent and Buzzabo. You can also simply use a form on your church website. The problem that we have found with these systems is that they're designed for one-time events, but a lot of our churches are promoting a series of meetings over several nights. And that's why we actually developed our own event registration platform. If you'd like to learn more about that and how you can use it, you can visit eventregistrationplatform.com or give us a call and one of our campaign managers can walk you through it. When you're planning your marketing for an evangelistic event, make sure you offer a way for people to pre-register to attend. People who pre-register are more likely to attend, and you have the opportunity to remind them about the upcoming event and follow up later if they don't attend at all. Offering event registration is a really good practice for evangelistic outreach. Pastor, thank you for the work you do. When things get busy and fatigue sets in, it's easy to get discouraged when you're not seeing the life change in your members that God wants for them. Well, stay with it. God has you at this church for a reason, so stay connected with Him and let Him keep flowing through you. Blessings will come with time. I love you guys. I'm cheering for you. We'll see you next time.